Now, just a minute.
There you go, that's right.
Oh, wait a minute, Greg. Manny, if he goes right there, I'm not going to call it low, all right?
No problem.
We've already gone through the instruction. This is for the title. Expect a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions from Mr. Lewis's corner?
No problem, no question.
Mr. McCall's corner. Let's get it on.
Round one begins. Emmanuel Stewart said that he expected Lewis to be tentative, and as McCall threw two wild overhand rights, you saw how wary of that punch Lewis is. Now there's a good stiff jab by McCall inside, his best punch of the fight so far. And Lewis demonstrates exactly what Benton talked about. Doesn't throw punches when he backs up and opens himself up by dropping his hands. Hard right hand by Lewis. And he just misses an uppercut that might have done even more damage. So Lennox Lewis begins to throw the right and takes advantage of the charging McCall with that uppercut.
Yeah, son.
That's going to slow down McCall's charges, although here McCall gets to him with a left and a right.
Really, you called when he was back, he was running backwards. That's not backing up. But he's fighting a good fight, moving backwards.
Other uppercut.
Lewis is doing some good boxing, although Oliver McCall is not putting his punches together. He's trying more to psych this man out rather than whippings. More than anything else, trying to wait around, and fights go quick, you know.
Another uppercut lands for Lewis.
You got to remember, Oliver McCall was a bit smaller the first time they fought, so that right hand was delivered a lot quicker.
Be interesting to see what kind of stamina McCall has tonight if this goes into the later rounds. Remember, he was in rehab for one of his multiple substance abuse problems.
He has so much confidence in his stamina. He's been in with some of the good boxers before, and later on, they wear down.
Good combination by Lewis. Left hook and a right hand over the top. McCall dancing as if to say, you can't hurt me. But Lewis is piling up points easily against a too passive Oliver McCall.
That's what you want your fighter to do. Win every round. If a knockout comes, good.
That was almost a two-point round. Lewis was so dominant.
I gave you 2 rounds. I gave him another one. So you got 2 rounds in the bank, okay?
McCall is doing a very strange thing here, folks.
He's walking around.
He's wandering around the ring. He hasn't gone to his corner, and he's trying to figure out what's gone wrong, why he's not into this fight. The people in his corner are looking at him and wondering what's going on.
And you can see the disgust on George Benton's face.
I wonder if that's against the rules or not. Harold, you know anything about that?
You're supposed to stay in the corner, George, but I tell you the truth, he doesn't have to sit down. You don't sit down for.
According to our punch stat numbers in round number 3. And here he takes a hard right hand to begin the 4th. So whether McCall is disgusted with himself, his corner, the referee, Lennox Lewis, the whole occupation of boxing, who knows? Lewis seems unsure what to do as McCall occasionally looks away from him and invites him to attack. This is a bizarre scene. Bizarre scene. What should Lewis do, George?
Well, you got to stay within the rules. Don't break any rules by hitting your guy behind the back or something like that. Then you can get yourself in trouble.
It looks like he's quitting, and I'm surprised that Mills Lane, in his 19th heavyweight championship fight, hasn't gone over and said something to him about, you got to fight. Oliver, you got to fight. That's what Mills should be saying to him, because he's not doing anything. This is one of the strangest things I've ever seen in a championship fight.
Well, on Tuesday of this week.
And he's shaking his head at George as if to say, there's something wrong, I got nothing here.
Right hand by Lewis. McCall able to take it, even though he had his hands down.
Do you think the referee should stop this fight because he's not fighting back?
I'm in this man's corner. I won't voice no opinion on that, but you see this man,
something interferes with Oliver McCall's motivation as round 4 closes here.
Jim, I think this fight should be stopped right now.
yeah, the fight shouldn't go on. I wouldn't want to see.
I mean, this is a farce. What is the old saying? The first time is tragedy. The second time is farce. There's something wrong with Oliver McCall. He's near tears now. He doesn't really want to fight. He's crying in his corner. I've never seen anything like this. He's overwhelmed with some sort of emotion.
Don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to yourself, man. Come on, take some water. Come here.
He doesn't want to fight.
Come on, sit down. Come on, sit down, man. Sit down.
Oliver, sit down. Now, you want to fight? What's wrong? Huh? You don't want to fight?
Yeah, you want to fight. Come on.
Seconds out. Come on.
You can win this fight.
Take this boy out here. Come on. Hey, man. Go on and fight this stuff. This is for your daughter, man. Take this guy out here.
You heard Mills Lane say, do you want to fight? Reluctantly, it seems, he said yes, but it doesn't show on his face.
McCall's share of tonight's purse amounts to close to $3 million.
If I was in the commission here, I would hold that purse up. This is a disgrace. It's almost like you're watching a man come apart at the seams.
Well, in a life filled with crises, Oliver McCall is having one right now before the eyes of the world, and it's placed Lennox Lewis in an awfully difficult and awkward position. Lewis doing what he has to do.
This isn't right.
You wonder how much longer Mills Lane will allow this to go on, and that's going to be it.
Well, I've seen some strange things in boxing. That is surely one of the strangest.